अहमदुहु व नुसल्ली अला रसूलिहिल करीम. Surah Al-Dukhan. As I told you, this is a pair, very beautiful pair. Surah Al-Dukhan, Surah Al-Zukhruf. This also states the same words. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Hamim wal Kitabil Mubin. By the book that is very self-evident and manifest. And I said, here we should read as understood. Wal Kitabil Mubin innaka laminal mursalin. This book, which is clear and self-evident, is enough proof that you, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is a messenger of Allah. Inna anzalnahu fi laylatin mubarakah. Now the same thing which is said in the last part of Quran, Surah Al-Qadr, Inna anzalnahu fi laylatil qadr. Important subjects are repeated in Quran at least twice. Inna anzalnahu fi laylatil qadr, we send down this Quran in the Laylatul Qadr, the precious night. Here, Inna anzalnahu fi laylatin mubarakatin. We sent it down in a night which was blessed. It is the same, not two of nights, it's the same night. In Ramadan, in the last 10 days. Inna kunna munzirin. Verily, we have ever been warning. We have been sending our revelations to the messengers so as to warn people. Fiha yufraqu kullu amrin hakim. During that night, Laylatul Mubarakah or Laylatul Qadr, all the affairs of wisdom are decided and decreed and issued. This night for this world is a budget session of this divine kingdom. What will happen during this year? Who will die? Who will come and be born? What will happen to whom? What will happen to Pakistan and what will happen to this and that? These things are decided by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this night. And this is called Laylatul Qadr. Tanazzalul malaikatu war-ruhu fiha bi-izni rabbihim min kulli amr. All the matters have been decided, and now the angels start coming down to implement those decisions that have been taken by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And here the word yufraqo is very important. Issued. Yufraqo, something separated. Now this order has been issued. Fiha yufraqu kullu amrin hakim. All the important decisions are issued in this night. Amram min indina, as a command from us. Inna kunna mursalin, verily, we have been the senders. Rahmatam min rabbik. And we have been sending the messengers as a mercy from your Lord. Innahu huwa as-sami'ul alim. Verily, he is all listening, all knowing. Rabbi samawati wal ardi wa ma bainahuma in kuntum muqinin. He is the Lord of the heavens and the earth, and whatsoever is between them. In kuntum mu'minin, if only you are convinced. La ilaha illahu. There is no God except him. You're he or you meet. He gives life and he puts to death. Rabbukum wa rabbu abaikum al-awwalin. He is your Lord and the Lord of your forefathers. Balhum fi shakki yal'abun. But these people, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they are in doubts and they are playing, mocking. Fartaqib yawma ta'ti as-sama'u bi-dukhanin mubin. So you just wait and see when the heaven will bring a manifest smoke. Now in the coming ayat there is a reference to a small chastisement of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala which came to Makkah. As we read in Surah Al-An'am, Surah Al-Araf, then again in Surah Al-Sajdah. It has been the practice of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that whenever he sent a messenger to a people, he sends small chastisements, small afflictions, so that if they are sleeping, they should wake up and they should think. So these small, they are not for the destruction, but only meant to open their eyes, if really they can open their eyes. If they are not already absolutely dead spiritually, then you know this thing will shake them up and they will rise and see the affairs. So this was in the form of a very big famine which came to Mecca and all the area around it. So due to this drought, you know, there was nothing to eat. People were hungry. And you know, in that condition, it seems as if, you know, there is dust all around in the atmosphere. Dukhanim mubin. there is some smoke which is covering the heaven. So it is meant by this. Fartaqib, so wait, O Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, for the day, yawma ta'ti sama'u bidukhani mubin, when the heaven will bring a manifest smoke. Yakshan nas, it will cover and envelop the people. Hadha azabun alim, and this will be a painful chastisement. Rabbana kshif anna al-azab inna mu'minun. And they said and cried, Oh Allah, oh our Lord, you just remove from us this chastisement. We come to believe, we shall believe. Anna lahum zikra. Where from can they have this admonition and reminding? Waqad ja'ahum rasulun mubin. Although a clear messenger had come to them. He was reciting unto them the revelations of their Lord, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They never came to believe. Now will they believe? Anna lahum zikra waqad ja'ahum rasulun mubin. Summa tawallaw an. Then but they just turned away from him. Waqalu mu'allamun majnoon. And they said, oh, he is a taught one. Somebody has taught him. He is getting the dictation from somebody. Or he is a possessed one, majnoon. Or he has gone crazy. Inna kashiful azabi qalilan innakum aidun. Okay, we are going to remove this chastisement for a while. But we know that you will surely revert to your disbelief. Yawma nabtashul batsat al-kubra. But when we shall seize them with the big seizure, azab al-adna and azab al-akbar. We read in Surah Sajdah. وَلَنُذِيقَنَّهُمْ مِنَ الْعَذَابِ الْأَدْنَى دُونَ الْعَذَابِ الْأَكْبَرِ. Now when we shall, يَوْمَ نَبْتَشْفُ الْبَطْشَةَ الْكُبْرَى, the bigger Caesar, greatest Caesar will come, إِنَّا مُنْتَقِمُونَ, then we shall take the revenge. وَلَقَدْ فَتَنَّا قَبْلَهُمْ قَوْمَ فِرْعَوْنَ. And in the same way, we had tried before them the people of Fir'aun, وَجَاهُمْ رَسُولٌ كَرِيمٌ, and to them a very respectable Rasul, messenger had come. أَنْ أَدُّوا إِلَيَّ عِبَادَ اللَّهِ. And he has said to Fir'aun, now deliver to me the servants of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inni lakum rasulun ameen. Surely I am for you a trustworthy messenger. Wa Allah ta'alu ala Allah. And don't exalt yourselves against Allah. Don't revolt against Allah. Inni atikum bi sultanim mubin. I have come to you with a clear authority. Wa inni ustu bi rabbi wa rabbikum atarjumun. And I take refuge with my Lord and your Lord, lest you should stone me to death. وَإِلَّمْ تُؤْمِنُوا بِي وَإِلَّمْ تُؤْمِنُوا لِي فَاعْتَزِلُونَ. But if you don't believe in me, then let me alone, go away. Don't touch me with any evil design. فَدَعَى رَبَّهُ أَنَّ هَؤُلَاءِ قَوْمٌ مُجْرِمُونَ. Then he prayed to his Lord. These people are guilty people. They are culprits. They are not going to believe in us. فَأَسْرِ بِعِبَادِي لَيْلًا إِنَّكُمْ مُتَّبَعُونَ. Now the revelation was sent to him. You go forth with my people during the night. Surely you will be followed. وَاتْرُكِ الْبَحْرَ رَهْوَةً. And when you have crossed the sea or the river, whatever it was, or the lake, one of the salt lakes, then leave it as calm and divided as it is. When Hazrat Musa struck the sea with his staff, it divided into two. Kullu firqin ka Todil azim. And every side became just as a rock. But now Allah said, leave it as it is. So that when Fir'aun and his hosts and armies come, they'll be drowned. وَاتْرُكُوا الْبَحْرَ رَهْوَةً إِنَّهُمْ جُنْدٌ مُغْرَقُونَ. Now these hosts are going to be drowned. كَمْ تَرَكُوا مِنْ جَنَّاتٍ وَعُيُونٍ. How many they left behind them, their gardens and their springs, وَزُرُوعٍ, and their sown fields, وَمَقَامٍ كَرِيمٍ, and their very beautiful dwellings, وَنَعْمَةٍ, and the delights, كَانُوا فِيهَا فَاكِهِينَ, in which they used to rejoice. كَذَلِكَ, it was like that. وَأَوْرَثْنَاهَا قَوْمًا آخَرِينَ. And this all we made other nation to inherit. They were drowned. Now the next generation or whosoever was there, they inherited them. فَمَا بَكَتْ عَلَيْهِمُ السَّمَاءُ وَالْأَرْضُ وَمَا كَانُوا مُنْظَرِينَ. So now on their fate, neither the heaven wept nor the earth, and nor they were given any respite. وَلَقَدْ نَجَّيْنَا بَنِي إِسْرَائِيلَ مِنَ الْعَذَابِ الْمُهِينِ. And we delivered Bani Israel, children of Israel, from the humiliating chastisement. Min Fir'aun, from Fir'aun. إِنَّهُ كَانَ عَالِيًا مِنَ الْمُسْرِفِينَ. Verily, he was from the prodigals, and surely he had become very much arrogant. وَلَقَدْ اخْتَرْنَاهُمْ عَلَىٰ عِلْمٍ عَلَى الْعَالَمِينَ. And we chose them, the Bani Israel, the children of Israel, on the basis of our knowledge. We chose them above all the worlds. Now please note, twice in Surah Baqarah we have this ayah. Exactly. Ya Bani Israel askuru ni'mati allati an'amtu alaykum wa anni faddaltukum ala al-alamin. O children of Israel, remember my blessings over you, and I raised you higher than all the nations of the world. These are Bani Israel. Here again we find, وَلَقَدْ أَخْتَرْنَاهُمْ, we have chosen them, عَلَىٰ عِلْمٍ, on the basis of our knowledge, عَلَى الْعَالَمِينَ, above all the nations of the world. This nation has been, at least, believing in one God, has been throughout history, except a very small period when a section of these people, they declared Hazrat Uzair alayhi salam to be son of God. But though not all of Bani Israel, some of them, and for a very small period. Otherwise, Tawheed is with them. They never left Tawheed. They stuck to Tawheed throughout history. This is something, and this is the nation only who has the recorded history of 5,000 years. No other nation in the world has that history. People don't know where from we had come. You ask somebody, he doesn't know even the name of his grandfather. I asked, people in Pakistan, where from your brother, your fathers, your parents, migrated to Pakistan. They said, somewhere in India, we don't know. They don't know where they belonged and where the forefathers had come there from. No. But this is a nation. It has a written, recorded history. And that history is by and large confirmed by Quran. Quran refers to that history. All these, the prophets of the Old Testament who were caught, we accept that they were the prophets, no doubt. Except for Hud and Saleh. They are not mentioned, because they were not in the line of Ibrahim. It was a separate batch of the progeny of Sam, and they were very far off from them in southern Arabian Peninsula and Qawm-e-Aad. So they are not mentioned in Torah, in the Old Testament, but all the others are mentioned. وَلَقَدْ اخْتَرْنَاهُمْ عَلَىٰ عِلْمٍ عَلَى الْعَالَمِينَ. I have said so, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, having given this status to a nation, then He gave them the punishment worst. ضُرِبَتْ عَلَيْهِمُ الذِّلَّةُ وَالْمَسْكَنَةُ. We heaped upon them the zillah, the humility, and maskana. Why? فَبَاءُوا بِغَضَبٍ مِّنَ اللَّهِ. And they got the wrath of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why? An ummah which has the book of Allah, which is the custodian of the law of Allah, becomes the representative of Allah on earth. And now if by its action it misrepresents Allah, it's bigger criminal than the kuffar. This is a very bitter truth. I wanted to bring it home to you. Why are we being humiliated? Why? The same law. We are the custodians of the book of Allah. We are the custodians of divine Sharia. We say we are the Ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But where is Deen? The Prophet said sallallahu alaihi wasallam in one of his hadiths, يُوشِكُ أَن يَأْتِيَ عَلَى النَّاسِ زَمَانٌ لَا يَبْقَى مِنَ الْإِسْلَامِ إِلَّا اسْمُهُ وَلَا يَبْقَى مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ إِلَّا رَسْمُهُ. I fear a time will come when there will not remain nothing from Islam except its name. And there will remain nothing of Quran except script. Rasmul Khat. We are very much in that time. And that is why we are being persecuted, we are being punished. It's divine punishment coming at the hands of the enemies, but not without the permission of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَآتَيْنَاهُمْ مِنَ الْآيَاتِ مَا فِيهِ بَلَاءٌ مُبِينٌ, and we gave them our signs in which there was a clear trial and examination for them. إِنَّ هَؤُلَاءِ لَيَقُولُونَ, surely these people are saying, إِنْ هِيَ إِلَّا مَوْتَتُنَا الْأُولَىٰ وَمَا نَحْنُ بِمُنشَرِينَ. This is only one death of ours which will come to us, and then we shall not be raised again. Denying this resurrection and the hereafter. فَاتُوا بِآبَائِنَا إِن كُنتُمْ صَادِقِينَ. If you are true, then bring back our forefathers. If they can be resurrected, if they can bring forth our forefathers before us, then we shall believe that yes, we will also be resurrected. Ahum khairun al qawm Tubbah. Are they better? Or the people of Tubbah? Tubbah, you know, they were the kings of Saba in Yemen. Just as, you know, the title of the kings of Egypt was Pharaoh. Title of the kings in Chaldea or Iraq was Nimrod. The title of the kings of Yemen was Tubbah. وَالَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ, and those who were before them. أَهْلَكْنَاهُمْ, we destroyed them. إِنَّهُمْ كَانُوا مُجْرِمِينَ, verily they were guilty. This nation was in power in Yemen from the year 150 BC, before Christ, to the year 300 AD. For 450 years, they were the rulers in Yemen. وَمَا خَلَقْنَا السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضَ وَمَا بَيْنَهُمَا لَاعِبِينَ, and we have not created the heaven and the earth and what is in between them, playing. وَمَا خَلَقْنَاهُمَا إِلَّا بِالْحَقِّ, we have not created them, but with a certain purpose. وَلَكِنَّ أَكْثَرُهُمْ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ, but most of them know not. إِنَّ يَوْمَ الْفَصْلِ مِيقَاتُهُمْ أَجْمَعِينَ, definitely the day of decision, the day of judgment, is the appointed time for all of them. يَوْمَ لَا يُغْنِي مَوْلًا عَنْ مَوْلًا شَيْئًا, when the day when no friend will be of any avail to his friend. وَلَا هُمْ يُنْصَرُونَ, and they will not be helped. إِلَّا مَنْ رَحِمَ اللَّهِ, except the one whom Allah shows His mercy. إِنَّهُ هُوَ الْعَزِيزُ الرَّحِيمُ, verily He is all powerful and He is the merciful. إِنَّ شَجَرَةَ الزَّقُّومِ, verily the tree of Zaqqum, Ta'amul Asim, it will be the food of the sinful sinners in the hell. Kal muhl yaghli fil butun, and it will boil like molten brass in their bellies. Kaghalgil hamim, just as a boiling water seethes. Khuzuhu, and then it will be said, seize him, fa'tiluhu ila sawa'il jahim, and then drag him into the midst, in the middle of the hellfire. Summa subbu fawqa rasihi min azabil hamim, then you pour upon his head the chastisement of boiling water. Zuq, taste it. Innaka antal azizul kareem, actually you were powerful, you held power, you are a king, you are Pharaoh, you are Tubbah, you are Nimrod. Now taste, you are the all-powerful and respectful and noble. In hadha ma kuntum bihi tamtarun, now this is what you were doubting about. Innal muttaqina fi maqamin ameen, whereas the people who had fear of Allah in their hearts, they will be in a very peaceful place. Fi jannatin wa uyun, in gardens and springs. Yalbasuna min sundusin wa istabraqin mutaqabilin, dressed in silk and brocade, facing one another. Kazalik, thus it shall be. Wa zawwajnahum bi hurin een, and we shall espouse them to wide-eyed houris. Yad'una fiha bi kulli faqihatin aminin, they will be ordering there all the fruits without any fear. There will be no fear that will be said, this fruit is not available. No, whatever you call, it will be brought before you. La yazuquna fiha al-maut illa al-mautatal ula, now they are not going to taste another death except the death through which they have already come. Wa waqahum azab al-jahim, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has saved them, will save them from the chastisement of the hellfire. Fazlam min Rabbik, and it will be a bounty from your Lord. Zalika huwal fawzul azim, and verily this will be the mighty triumph, the real success. فَإِنَّمَا يَسَّرْنَاهُ بِلِسَانِكَ, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So we have made this Quran very easy in your language, in your tongue. لَعَلَّهُمْ يَتَذَكَّرُونَ, so that they might be admonished, they might be reminded of the basic realities of this universe. فَارْتَقِبْ إِنَّهُمْ مُرْتَقِبُونَ. So wait, O Prophet, for the end, Allah's command. Surely they too are waiting. بارك الله لي ولكم في القرآن العظيم ونفعني وإياكم بالآيات والذكر الحكيم.